The message came from a forgotten outpost, a flicker across long-range sensors that should not have meant anything. Yet in its broken transmission and failing signal, something ancient stirred. The call was desperate, not coded, not filtered. Just raw emotion and urgency echoing through space. "We are under attack, please. Anyone, this is Redline Station. We are falling. They came through the rift. And then silence. For most of the galactic powers, it was just another plea in the void. Stations fell all the time beyond the outer fringe. Smugglers, rogue AI fleets, collapsed wormholes. None of it was new. None of it was worth risking a fleet. But Earth responded. Humanity had grown quiet in recent years. Not absent, just less active. Their fleets had returned home. Their embassies remained polite. The galaxy assumed they were fading into isolation again, content with their sphere of influence. Then Redline called, and everything changed. Redline Station was built by humans decades ago during their expansion phase. At the edge of known space, it was never meant to be permanent, just a listening post with basic life support, some mining rigs, and a single orbital dock. It had not sent a signal in 12 years. Until now. When the message reached Earth, it bypassed standard protocol. The moment it was verified, the Prime Council convened in under an hour. No debates, no red tape. They remembered Redline. They remembered who had been stationed there. Families, scientists, volunteers, and above all, it was human. That was enough. Within a day, Earth deployed a full relief armada. Ships that hadn't flown in years were powered up. Orbital yards lit to life as hundreds of vessels left the Sol system. The call had united them. From Mars to Europa, from orbital habitats to deep sea domes, Earth's people rallied behind the mission. Supplies poured in. Pilots returned from retirement. AI war minds long sealed under ethical protocols were awakened under emergency clearance. The launch of the Unity Spear, Earth's flagship, was broadcast across every channel. Not one word was spoken during the launch. There was only the call and the response. The fleet reached Redline's coordinates in less than 4 days, riding gravity tunnels and slipstream corridors that Earth had secretly perfected while pretending to grow distant. What they found was devastation. The station was in ruins, the dock torn apart, mining rigs floating like shattered bones. And something else was there. A fleet, unmarked, silent, cold. Ships of jagged obsidian metal, arranged in perfect formation, motionless, yet menacing. They didn't move, didn't respond to hails. They just hovered. Waiting. Rear Admiral Lane, commanding the mission, ordered a slow advance. Drones scouted, sensor webs unfolded. The enemy fleet remained still, until Earth's rescue vessels moved toward the wreckage. Then they attacked. No warning, no message. Just fury. The black ships ignited the dark with lances of violet plasma and energy pulses that bent gravity. 3 human vessels were struck in the first volley. 1 was lost. And the rest? They fought back. Earth's fleet was built, not to conquer, but to survive. And survive it did. While other species favored scale or speed, Earth had perfected adaptability. Their ships shifted formations in seconds. Weapons recalibrated mid-flight. Defense grids reshaped based on enemy energy signatures. The black ships were fast, but humans were faster, because they had reason. They weren't defending territory. They were answering a call. Within an hour, 8 enemy ships had been destroyed. 2 were captured, boarded by cyber marines who gave no quarter. Data extracted revealed what had come through the rift. An autonomous war race, remnants of a forgotten builder species, programmed only to cleanse anything not matching their origin. Signal. They had wiped Redline clean, even the children. When this information was sent back to Earth, a single order came in return. No retreat. The war began in earnest. The rift, unstable and crackling with pulses of unmeasured energy, had become a gate for the enemy. From it, more ships emerged, but so did more humans. The initial rescue force became a blockade. The blockade became a fortress. From Earth's colonies, reinforcements poured in. Fleets from allied human systems, some thought long independent, answered the signal. Civilian engineers built battle stations in record time. Weapons once sealed by interplanetary treaty were unleashed under unanimous vote. In a galaxy that thought Earth had grown quiet, it was like thunder returning to a dry plain. Humanity had united, not to expand, not to rule, but to protect their own, and the stars took notice. The Valari Senate held an emergency session. The humans have mobilized 70% of their fleet strength. They've reactivated old sleeper colonies. Even the nomads are responding. They built a plasma wall in 3 days around the Red Line graveyard. No species has ever done that. A merchant prince from the Glavari Alliance leaned forward. What are they fighting for? A listening post? An old Valari strategist replied, No, a voice. The chamber fell silent, because that was the truth. The humans had heard a cry, and they had answered it not with diplomacy but with fire, not out of vengeance, but because someone had asked for help. After 6 weeks, the enemy stopped coming. The rift had become a graveyard of black hulls and broken shards. Humanity, now with full orbital control, used captured enemy tech to close the rift. They sealed it using energy fields generated by the very station that had once cried out in desperation. Redline was rebuilt, not as a post, but as a monument. Floating above the site, a single plaque was placed. One voice united a world, and that world changed the stars. Pilgrims came, ambassadors too. For once, Earth didn't speak with weapons. They just listened. And everyone else listened too. Because now, when humanity spoke, the stars remembered. They may sleep. They may pull. Away they may fall quiet. But when someone calls for help, they will rise as one.